Hi, my name is Raymond. Just a little video here for my fellow Americans. They want to say that Joe Biden won the election. Quick question. Have you ever seen one of these that says Biden? Have you ever seen one of these that says Biden? Or one of these that says Biden? Or a flag that says Biden? Any of those things. My fellow Americans, the media wants you to believe that Biden won this election. It's absolutely horseshit. There's no way. There's no way he won this election. You got hundreds and hundreds of boat parades with thousands and thousands of boats. Hundreds and hundreds of car parades with Trump flags and on the cars, and people lining the streets with Trump flags yelling, and the car horns are beeping. Hundreds and hundreds of truck parades, thousands of trucks. Trump flags, Trump shirts, Trump banners, Trump masks, Trump hats. Trump everything. Have you seen any of that for Biden? So how the hell are you going to tell me, mainstream media, you bunch of... Well, I'm not... Look, let me keep this family-oriented here the best I can. You bunch of no-good socialist bastards, all right? There it is. And the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI and the CIA and what's his name, the Attorney General Barr. What the hell's the matter with you people? If Biden gets into this White House with that communist vice president, Kamala Harris, it's over. It's over. Everything dies. Everything falls apart. And all you Democrats that did vote for Joe Biden because maybe you're a low income or a minority or whatever other things that the Democrats take advantage of you and get your votes for, who the hell do you think is going to suffer the most under a socialist regime? The problem with socialism, like Ronald Reagan said, is eventually you run out of other people's money. When they get done spending the money on all these bullshit programs, and there ain't no money for the social programs, who's going to suffer the most? Not people that are in a $300,000 house. People in low-income apartments and stuff like that who have trouble making $14 an hour. Not the people that make $450,000 a year. They're not going to suffer a bit. Eventually they will. It'll take a longer time, though. It'll take a longer time. This new Green Deal that they're talking about, $90 trillion, they're going to do away with gasoline, they're going to do away with oil, they're going to do away with your cars and your planes. This is not an accidental plan. This is a well-thought-out plan. And there's a book written years ago, I think it was from Cloud and Pivens, wrote the book together, that in order to bring down our republic, you need to put it in financial distress first. And how do you do that? You spend, and you spend some more. Now you have all the people that are dependent on government programs. Oh, thank you, government, for giving us money. Oh, thank you, government, for giving us money. Instead of you being able to go out there and start your own business. And when you do start your own business, keep in mind what Barack Obama said. You didn't build that. He said that. He said that when all these factories and stuff like that and all these people that own these businesses, you didn't do that. You didn't build that. Who the hell built it? And they're after your God, folks. They're after your God. This whole lockdown thing for Thanksgiving that they did for Thanksgiving is only a warm-up for Christmas. Now, here's what happens. What's going to happen at Christmas time again. They're going to tell you, well, it happened at Easter last year. It didn't happen at Christmas last year. But they're going to tell you when you can't go to your church services. And you can't go in your cars and have church services because even the cops are ticketing people in their cars in the church parking lots. Okay, when this comes up, and it will, at Christmas time, you need to stand up to these people and you need to remind them that Joe Biden had his rallies in drive-in theaters with people in cars, and that was perfectly fine. So don't tell me I can't go visit my God. God can help me more than my government can help me. God can protect my health more than my government can. All this bullshit with the masks and stuff like that. Okay, fine. You want to, if you're a senior citizen, you need to protect yourself. If you feel better by wearing the mask, fine. You feel sick, stay home. People are responsible. You go out right now, people are wearing masks all over the place. It's not because they have to. It's because they understand they're responsible people. We don't need that government control to bring us down. They're going to keep you down. And all these big tech companies, Walmart, Facebook, Twitter, and all these big giant corporate companies, well, they don't have a loyalty to the American flag. These are global companies, folks. These are global companies. They have interests in businesses in every single country. They don't give two shits about the United States economy. They want you under their control too. So when it comes down to that, they finally are able to get rid of a pesky Constitution. Constantly keeps getting in their way. That Constitution, our founders were brilliant with the hand of God written all over the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And that Constitution stood for hundreds of years because of the brilliance behind it. If that falls and the Bill of Rights is gone, who gives you your rights, folks? God? No, because you can't go see God anymore. You're going to get your rights from the government. What government? The United Federation of Earth? Or whatever you decide to call this big global government? You better stand up to this, folks. Stand up to this. Georgia, the governor over there, arrest him today. Take him the hell out of there. He was paid off and everybody knows it. The intelligence agencies don't want to talk about it. They were after Donald Trump for 3.5 years until this election, with all this impeachment stuff and the Russia collusion and stuff like that. The intelligence agencies spent 3.5 years trying to bring him down. But thank God he's clean, and they couldn't do it. And who was doing the Russian collusion? It was the Democrat Party. Hillary Clinton and the Democrat Party paid for the Russian dossier, which was put together by the Russian, I don't even know what you call them, people over there, but I don't believe it was actually government itself. It was the Russian intelligence people, or whoever put it together. But it was the Democrats that were doing all that Russian colluding and stuff like that. So what did the intelligence agencies do? Under the guise of we're investigating Donald Trump, they went around and they gathered up all the evidence against themselves. They get drips and drabs of evidence. Oh, we have evidences. We have drips. But has anybody gone to jail? No. Is anybody going to go to jail? Probably not. But you got a president now, Donald J. Trump, who stood up to all of them. This is your last chance, folks. This is your last chance to drain the swamp. Because the swamp monsters stuck up their ugly heads in this election and they committed the fraud all over the place, and everybody knows it. The Dominion servers were able to drop votes for Trump and change them over to Biden. They were able to do that. People stuffing. Yeah, you know, when you go into your voting booth, and you know this. You go into your voting booth, you see on there it says Donald J. Trump, and it says Mike Pence, and then you have your assemblymen and your senators and your congressmen and your legislators and your governors and all of these things on the down ballots, that's called. All those people on the down ballots. So you have a choice. You can either vote for each one of those individually, or you press the button straight Republican or straight Democrat. Well, how the hell is it that so many of these hundreds of thousands of ballots appeared at 3 o'clock in the morning and only had one name on it? Clicked was Joe Biden. There was no choice pressed for any of the other candidates. There was no voting for any of the other ones. Senators, congressmen, assemblymen, none of them were voted for. Just the only name that was voted for on the ballots was Joe Biden. What the hell is that all about? You know, they think the American people are stupid because it takes a really lot to get them pissed off. But when they get pissed off, they're going to fight back. And this is what we need to do, folks. You need to fight back. You need to write a letter today to William Barr, the Attorney General of the United States, and tell him to get off his ass and go after these people and save our country. Let's get this done. Write a letter to Donald Trump to let him know you support him. Start writing letters. Start writing letters. The post office was full of ballots that an entire truckload of ballots turned up missing. What the hell is that? And then at 3:00 in the morning, hundreds of thousands of votes mysteriously appeared in the voting places after the Republicans left or kicked out, and they blocked the windows up with cardboard. You know, they say Trump lost the election in 2016 because Hillary had the popular vote and Donald Trump won the electoral vote. That's what they say. Okay, fine. Let's say that's true, and it probably is true. Fine, but there was never an accusation of voter fraud. There was never an accusation of voter fraud. It was the way the Constitution wrote it that the middle of the country would not be left out because of the big cities on the coasts would be in charge because they have more electoral votes, more popular votes over there. So that all the states have to be counted with the electoral votes. So, but there was never anything, not even the slightest smidgen of voter fraud accused when Donald Trump won the election. Can you say the same thing about Biden's election? Can you? The guy didn't even campaign. He didn't even campaign. He stayed in his basement. Why? Because they told him to. Then he gets over there, he gets the nomination, and he takes the election, and the media wants to say that, well, he's the electoral, what do you call it, the president-elect. And they even opened up an office, the office of the president-elect, because the media said that he won. They didn't win. Biden did not win this. Understand that. He did not even campaign. And he came out once in a while and he stuck his head up with all these little, all these big programs he wants to do. And the first thing he did was explain to us that he's going to fill his cabinet with the swamp monsters that Trump got rid of. All these swamp monsters are horrible people. He's going to fill his cabinet with these people. Then after he got all of that out, wow, magically he disappears because he hurt his ankle. Well, let's see now. Did he hurt his ankle because he was playing with his dog? Or did he hurt his ankle slipping out of the shower? It doesn't matter because we don't have access to Joe Biden anymore. Why? Because the poor boy hurt his ankle? No, they don't want him out there in public. Because last week he made a speech, or I think it was last week or the week before, he made a speech and made a complete ass out of himself. He couldn't even complete a sentence. So I don't know what kind of drugs they were hopping him up with at some of these events. But sometimes he comes out there and he's sharp as a tack. He knows all the details and stuff like that. And then there's other times he can't even put a sentence together. Folks, Donald J. Trump won this election. Got that? Donald J. Trump won this election. It's going to come out. This is not over. Don't get depressed. Don't think, how could this happen? It's not over. Georgia's going to turn around, and then every one of those states is going to fall like dominoes. And then all these people that were helping out with switching the ballots and all the sneaky maneuvers inside these electoral offices, they're all going to start singing like canaries when they find out that they're going to be subject to felonies if they lie about what they did. And you folks that did that, if you're watching this video, you better cover your own ass. You better cover your own ass, and you get one of those immunity deals. Because you're going to get, the big guys ain't going to go to prison. Kemp ain't going to go to prison. What's the name? The one from Georgia, Stephanie Abrams. She ain't going to go to jail. You folks that did it down in the street level, you are the ones that are going to go to prison. So you better get out there, get some immunity, and make some statements about who told you to do what and when. This is not over. Our president, Donald John Trump, won this election because of the movement that he put together to drain the swamp. And now the swamp's fighting back. That's it, folks. You never seen a Biden hat, or shirt, or mask, or parade. Why? He could not possibly have won this election. God bless you, Mr. President. If you get to watch this video, God bless you, and we got your back, sir. Fight this out. And Bill Barr, Attorney General, you better get off your ass, sir. Get off your ass and make sure you get this right. Our country is at stake, And the rest of you, the media, ABC, NBC, MSNBC, CBS, you should all go straight to hell. And you too, Fox News. I'm off of Fox News. I'm going over to Newsmax and a place called RSB, Right Side Broadcasting. No more Fox News for me, except for maybe I'll watch Tucker Carlson or Laura or Judge Jeanine. Those are the only ones I might watch. Get this right, folks. Understand, this is not over. God bless America. God bless you. And God bless our President, Donald John Trump. If I can shut this thing off.